Hi guys, Andy from hemidroids.net. You might have noticed on a lot of my reviews I don't use a case on my phone, especially the S2. It's just such a gorgeous thin device. I don't want a big clunky thing ruining that basically. But I've been tempted to have a crack at a casemate barely there. So my understanding of a barely there means that you should hardly notice that it's on. So I thought, well, why not, let's give it a go. And I quite like the look of the design of this, brushed aluminium. So the good people at mobilefun.co.uk have given me this one to try. The original slim case, impact resistant. So it's a little disappointing, it's kind of quite loose. Oh, I'll say that, no it's not, it was sliding back and forward earlier. There we go, look. It's a little bit odd, but at the same time, if it's supposed to be able to hit it with a hammer, I'm sure bouncing around in there won't do it much damage. So there we go. Oh, it feels cold like steel already, that's quite nice. But it does actually feel pretty solid. I mean, yeah, you can hear that it's plastic. And there's a little bit of give there, but generally that does feel quite solid. Now you can see the kind of cutouts top and bottom, but I suppose the important bit is the corners are covered. So let's assume that's gone in easy enough. Now one of the things I've noticed straight away, that looks a little bit odd, but maybe that's just me, maybe it's just because I'm not used to cases, but it almost looks like there's a gap in there, but I don't think it is, I think it's flush. It looks better if you rotate it around, it just looked a little bit like there's a gap. Because you've got so much of it that is kind of clip, so to speak, so it does slightly overwrap, but at the very end it doesn't, it curves away to come away, as you can see there. So, does it feel like, I mean it does add a little bit of weight to the device, which is a bit of a shame, because you know it's such a light device normally. But then you can see, so it's got cutouts for the power. That's pretty easily found, and cutouts for the volume. Again, I can feel, obviously I can feel the case as I'm pressing, but it doesn't really get in the way. It doesn't make me think like I've got to use my nail or something to get into the point that I need to. Cutout for the gap. The bit around the camera looks pretty flush, and obviously cut out the top.
Done. I think we should do a bunch of devices.
I suppose that's quite important, because obviously the speaker in the back there.
Device-related things. I want to start with Droid Bionic. Yes, go ahead.
Podcast.
You wrote about that.
Okay, well, that sounds pretty good still.
You know everything.
Well, that's it. So that's the casemate, brushed aluminium for the Samsung Galaxy S2. I don't know. I'll give it a go for a while. Maybe because the S2 is so thin, I can afford to add a little bit of thickness and a little bit of weight to it. Let's just see out of interest how easy does it pop back out. I wonder if there's a special way. There we go. I mean, that was easy enough to do. As we say, all the corners are covered. They're the important bits. When you drop it, quite often it bounces off a corner. It's not going to bounce off the bit that's on the indentation there, unless there's something sticking out. So it does feel a quality case. It adds a little bit of weight, but not much. There we go. Head to hemidroids.net for the full review. I'll have some better close-up photos of it, and I'll use it for a couple of days, and then my thoughts will be in the review on hemidroids.net. But I thought I'd let you guys see it as I fitted it on. There we go. My name's Andy, hemidroids.net.